So today I will be talking about garden soil all-purpose for in-garden use. Feeds up to 6 months. I mean, not 6 months. This one says 3 months, but generally in my brain it's 6 months. And the reason being, if you water and keep your plants happy, this can be used as fertilizers or fed up to 6 months, not 3 months. Reason for that is that some plants, so for example, Hoyas, Epiphyllums, any type of potted plant that you would like to grow in a pot, you can put let's say 1 cup of garden soil, 1 cup of perlite, and 1 cup of any type of bark or any type of garden soil that is thick with shavings and other type of there's another garden mix that I actually use mixed with this in order to extend the feeding life for the plant. And I think instead of explaining it, I'm gonna go and show you, because it's kind of difficult to explain in word without showing. But give me 1 second. So what I have here is all natural garden soil, and this is the brand K-Log. And as you can see, it has a lot of wood chips, and it doesn't, to me, it doesn't look like it's soil, because if it's soil, it would have more grain yield. But this one here is perfect for like any potted plant. So for example, here I have in this container, these are sugar cane. And I got it from a friend, and I went home and I basically tried to help it grow larger. It is in a pot, because when you started rooting or when you started growing any new plant, you want to pay attention to them before you actually go out and put them in the ground. The reason being is that sometimes if it has too much sunlight, the leaf will actually burn, or if you have a bug on the behind of the leaf, or if you have any type of bug in your garden that likes to eat this particular plant, then what's gonna end up happening is that you wasted a plant. It will kill your plant, or it will actually does harm to your plant. So any new plant or anything that I brought into my garden that I consider new to my garden, I basically start them in 1-inch pot. I basically try to baby them. Now I did got these Epiphyllum from a friend, and is supposed to be like different colors and things like that. But as you can see, the leaves are deformed because the earwigs goes at it. The Epiphyllum, the thing is, it's a cactus-like plant, so the flower you can eat, and maybe the leaf you can eat, but I have never tried eating any of them, so I'm not suggesting to you to eat them. But basically the earwigs loves it, and it started eating them. So I have to take this little container, get rid of all the earwigs, and try to revive it. And so the basic knowledge that I have, and I like to share, is that I use 1 cup of the Miracle-Gro all-purpose soil. This is a bag of organic K-Log all natural garden soil, and I also have underneath here are perlite, and I would use 1 cup of perlite, and you would mix it all together. Once you mix it all together, you'll be able to put it into the plant like such. However, this is what I do, and it seems like it works for me, and all my plants grow very, very well. Now I have here is a new iris that I was given by one of the by a group, my group member, and I do appreciate it. So basically, beautiful rhizomes, and it's growing. It's like multiplying in a pot. I basically, what I do is this little container. I just use it as a little tray for the plant, because sometime, you know, after you have a party, you have multiple containers, and basically what do you do with them? I use it to repurpose it for gardening stuff. But anywho, so basically what I do is I just left this healthy big rhizomes into this pot, put a little bit of soil in it like so, and then just keep it water. And as you can see, it's growing very, very well. And also, irises is beautiful. You don't have to plant it so deep. If you plant it so deep and it's in a pot, it might rot out your rhizome. If you are planting irises in pot, you want to show a little bit rhizome. Now, another story with these here, they are also irises. But these little guy here, the iris rhizomes, are very weak. These are like this big or like this big. They're very, very tiny. So these little guy here, I have it growing underneath stuff because number one, you need to protect them. Number two, you want to keep them in semi-shaded area. And you do not want to give them 6 to 7 hours of heat, of sunlight, or anything like that. Because as you can see here, this iris that I have tried to save, it died. And yes, it's true that irises, strong irises need 6 to 7 to 8 hours of sunlight. But when it's trying to actually survive and grow and recuperate, it will not survive and grow and recuperate in the heat of the sun or in the summer light, because at the end of the day, it's weak, it's small, it needs a lot of protection. So what I do is I keep my soil moist, right? Soil very moist, and I keep it away from the sunlight. When it gets stronger, like some of those over there, when I see that it's forming new leaves and it forming all kind of growth, then I'll take it and I'll give it at least 6 to 7 hours of sunlight. Otherwise, it is protected in the shade, because I want to protect my irises. I want them to grow strong and get healthy like this one here. Unlike the other one, it just kind of rotted away. So that's my strategy. I hope this helped in explaining to you all the madness that I have going on here. But at the end of the day, the bloom, whoever blooms more and the brightest and the biggest wins. Big blooms.